So I'm up this morning, writing in my journal, thinking about a time that happened earlier this week. This father was getting a haircut. I was just waiting. My time was playing solitaire shit. And he had said something about his little boy, because his little boy just got his haircut before him. And it was on the line of, he's gonna do what I say type shit. So if I tell my son to jump off a cliff, then he better jump off that damn cliff. And I stopped. And I looked at him like, are you serious? But he didn't see my face. And of course I didn't say anything, type shit. But it got me to thinking. That's why I'm up, because that popped into my mind this morning. And I was going to write a little bit about that. But my writing is shifting. Like I'm going from one topic to another topic. So it's probably easy for me to do a video, because like as far as him, that's how the world is. That's how he been raised. Really, he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't say nothing wrong. That's how we have been taught. Do as I say, not as I do. You listen to what I say. We have children. We teach them what we've been taught. We learn from our parents, which learn from their parents, which learn from their parents, or their whatever they were in. So he just wanted to be a good father to his child and teach him all that he knows. Not really sitting back thinking, what if what I know ain't right? Type shit. So, like, there's no fault. There's no one to blame. Because it's always a reason for the action. People act the way they do because of an action. Whatever, when they were in their childhood, adulthood, it doesn't matter. It could be anything can make somebody react a certain way. If you don't feel loved, if you don't get love, if you neglected type shit when you were younger, then that's an action. So the way you act when you get older, the things that you do when you get older is because of that. Good or bad. Good or bad. So, but then while I was writing this morning, and I was it shifted. It shifted on my kids and them playing football type shit. No, it was okay. So it had right here where we are designed to go to school, and to every soul is supposed to just sit there. Like, who the fuck can sit there? Not everybody can just sit there, but you're supposed to just sit there, listen, taking all this information, this bullshit that's not gonna help you, has nothing to do with yourself, with the world. It's more of here's a formula that you learn, and you need to learn this shit so you can get this degree and get on out your way. When you get older, it ain't gonna mean shit. You just gonna have to learn shit all over again. And then, or you have children that are really into something, and you teach your child, okay, you need to pick one so you can be in this one so that you can get real good at it, and so it can take you wherever you need for it to go. Now listen to that. You pick one thing so you can get really, really good at it, so they can take you far. Now, this is when it shifted for me. This is when I had to stop writing, and my mind kept shifting because that's what I did. That's what I did to my children. My two boys, are beasts when it comes to football. One, Darian and defense can knock your ass over, and it looks beautiful when he do it. You can tell my children play football. They're like, Dorian can run so fucking fast. It's like his feet's not even touching the ground type shit. This is how good they were. And I didn't even want my children to play football when they were younger because their father played football when he was in high school. And since he wasn't a willing participant, like you had to make him do shit, I didn't want that. I could go more in detail about that, but it's too. I ain't about it. But I didn't want that. I didn't want my children to be like, hear that, oh yeah, that's my son, that's my son, yeah, I did. And then do shit, type shit, So, but my ex-husband wanted him to play. He was 7 years old. And that was at a time where I didn't say how I felt. I kept it to myself. So I was like, okay, whatever. I wanted my child to have a male role model in his life, both of them, because I had two boys. So, yeah, another story. So, yeah, but then my mind shifted because I'm hearing to myself, you're going to have to let that go. You're going to have, and not let go of the bullshit as far as that. Nothing to do with that. I need to let go of the guilt that I didn't have my children explore more things. I only saw that they wanted to know football. They love football. But when I look at it, I see they loved it because their father loved it. Their father played it. They was good at it, so of course you stay with some shit that you're good at, And my youngest would always say, he's going to take care of me. That was his mindset. So look at that. I mean, I'll probably have this conversation with my oldest to see if any of this is true or if it's any relatable, that did they love the game because they love the game? I mean, you love football. Everybody loves football. But I felt like it was a burden for them. That it became a burden instead of it becoming something that they enjoyed. It felt like a burden, and all they knew was football. Like my children wanted to play football, so I made sure that they went to camps. I made sure that they had training. I made sure we went to the combine. We even went, me, Dorian, Darian, and Josh went to Miami, Florida for a weekend for a combine in Miami. We drove in a PT Cruiser, okay? I drove in a PT Cruiser with 3 teenagers, one of them over 6 feet tall, in a PT Cruiser for 12 hours for a combine. To soon as that combine was over, drive back. That's how dedicated I was, because this is what my children wanted. But did they want it because they wanted it, or they wanted it because it was an obligation? That's where I'm at. Was it an obligation? And see, now here we are, 2022. Neither one of them's in NFL. And when I think back of when they stopped playing football, like for college, and it stopped, and then after it stopped, there was a loss, there was a what am I supposed to do now type shit, and that guilt, I felt like shit, and I gotta let that go. I mean, I still feel like shit, like it was my fault, but it's not my fault. But it was my fault, but it's not my fault. Damn. Because that's all. Being a parent is the hardest fucking job in the world. If you are serious about it. If you're serious about it. Because you have this fragile, strong life that you are trying to guide so they can have a better life. And when you're awakened, when you wake up and you realize that the shit that you know is bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. And you have to recognize all the shit that you learn. Push that shit aside because the shit ain't right. And then learn from scratch again. So when you're going to have times like I'm having now where I gotta let go of the feeling, the guilt. I gotta let go of the guilt. Of their lives, because right now I am so proud. I am the most proudest mama in the fucking world to my child. He got his own business. He is. I see him see things in a different perspective. I see him waking up type shit, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We have been through some shit. He's been through some shit. And he's taking it. And he's keep going. And I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. And your daughter. Beautiful thing. That's your karma. I love her. I love her. That's your karma. But anyway, let me get off of them. But yeah. So, I'm gonna do a blog some kind of way. I don't write until I'm led to write. I don't say nothing until I'm led to say something. And this was, this wasn't like this kept jumping. It kept jumping. So, I mean, it's for somebody. Somebody's going through that. Yeah. Somebody's going through that. Yeah, I think that's it. I love y'all. Ashe.